What if the next big global P-pop success isn't trying to become the next K-pop sensation, but is instead learning from SB19? For years, SB19 has rewritten what success looks like for Filipino artists. They didn't wait for the world to notice them. They built a movement that forced the world to pay attention. Now, another name is beginning to appear in conversations among fans: XONARA. Some are already asking an interesting question. Are they quietly following the blueprint that made SB19 a global force? Now, before anyone jumps into the comments, let's be clear. This isn't about saying XONARA is copying SB19. It's about recognizing that SB19 has proven a formula that works, and whether intentionally or naturally, XONARA seems to be embracing many of those same winning strategies. So today, we're breaking down the evidence, the similarities, and why this could be one of the smartest moves any rising P-pop group can make. Let's dive in. SB19 didn't just become famous, they built a blueprint. When people talk about SB19 today, it's easy to focus on sold-out concerts, Billboard recognition, international performances, and now appearances at prestigious American events. But none of that happened overnight. What made SB19 different wasn't just their music. It was their mindset. Instead of chasing trends, they focused on creating an identity. Instead of waiting for opportunities, they created them. Instead of relying solely on traditional media, they built one of the strongest fan communities in Asia. That blueprint changed everything. Today, every new Filipino group enters a very different industry because SB19 already proved that global success is possible. And that's where XONARA enters the conversation. They're building a community before chasing numbers. One of the biggest lessons from SB19 is simple. Fans come first. Streams matter. Charts matter. Awards matter. But none of those last without a loyal fan base. SB19 spent years interacting with fans, appreciating every milestone, and making Aten feel like part of the journey. That emotional connection became one of their biggest strengths. Looking at XONARA, you can already see a similar philosophy developing. Rather than focusing only on viral moments, they're building genuine engagement with supporters. They're encouraging conversations. They're creating content beyond music. They're allowing fans to feel connected to their growth. That kind of loyalty can't be bought. It has to be earned. And that's exactly how lasting fandoms are built. Performance is still the biggest selling point. Another thing that made SB19 impossible to ignore? Performance. Anyone can release a catchy song, but not everyone can own a stage. Whether it's live vocals, synchronized choreography, emotional delivery, or stage presence, SB19 built a reputation for consistency. People knew they would deliver. XONARA seems to understand this. Every performance becomes an opportunity to prove themselves. Instead of depending entirely on polished music videos, they're showing audiences they can actually perform. That's incredibly important, because international audiences don't just fall in love with songs. They fall in love with performers. And great performers create unforgettable moments. They're thinking beyond the Philippines. This might be the biggest similarity. SB19 never limited themselves to local audiences. Even while growing in the Philippines, they constantly embraced international platforms. English interviews, global collaborations, international media, worldwide fan engagement. Everything pointed toward one goal: taking Filipino music to the world. XONARA appears to be thinking along those same lines. Their online presence isn't limited to one audience. Their promotional strategy feels broader. They're creating content that's easier for international fans to discover, understand, and share. That's exactly how global fan bases begin. Because in today's world, your next biggest supporter might live thousands of miles away. Authenticity beats perfection. One reason people connected with SB19 wasn't because they were perfect. It was because they were real. Fans watched them struggle, improve, celebrate, fail, come back stronger. That authenticity built trust. XONARA seems to understand this as well. Instead of presenting themselves as untouchable superstars, they're allowing people to witness the journey. And audiences love journeys. People don't just support success, they support growth. That's what keeps fans emotionally invested. power of consistency. Here's something people rarely talk about. Success isn't created by one viral video. It's created by showing up again, and again, and again. SB19 never disappeared after one successful release. They kept creating, kept improving, kept engaging, kept evolving. That consistency transformed casual listeners into lifelong fans. XONARA appears to be adopting the same mentality. Every release builds on the previous one. Every appearance introduces them to new audiences. Every piece of content strengthens their identity. Momentum isn't luck. It's consistency over time. But here's where XONARA must be careful. Following a successful blueprint is smart. Living inside someone else's shadow isn't. This is perhaps the biggest challenge for any rising P-pop group after SB19. Fans don't want another SB19. They already have SB19. What audiences really want is another incredible group with its own personality, sound, and story. The blueprint should guide the journey, not define the destination. That's why XONARA's biggest opportunity lies in taking proven strategies while continuing to develop their own artistic identity. If they can balance both, they'll stand out for all the right reasons. Why this is actually good for P-pop. This conversation isn't really about comparing two groups. It's about what their success means for the entire industry. Years ago, people questioned whether P-pop could compete globally. Today, that question feels much smaller, because SB19 already opened the door. Now, groups like XONARA have the chance to walk through it. And if more Filipino artists succeed internationally, everyone benefits. More investment, more opportunities, more international attention, more collaborations, and most importantly, more people discovering Filipino talent. Competition doesn't weaken the industry. Healthy growth strengthens it. Can XONARA reach SB19's level? That's the question many fans are asking. The honest answer? Nobody knows. Because global success depends on more than talent. Timing matters. Music matters. Consistency matters. The right opportunities matter. And yes, a little bit of luck matters too. But what XONARA can control is the process. If they continue building meaningful relationships with fans, delivering strong performances, thinking globally, staying authentic, and creating music that reflects who they are, then they'll give themselves the best possible chance. Not to become the next SB19, but to become the first XONARA. And that's a much more exciting goal. One thing is becoming increasingly clear. SB19 didn't just create hit songs. They created a roadmap. A roadmap that shows Filipino artists they don't have to wait for international validation before dreaming big. Whether XONARA is intentionally following that playbook or simply arriving at similar strategies, one thing is undeniable. The formula of authenticity, consistency, world-class performances, and genuine fan connection continues to work. And if XONARA can keep building on those foundations while carving out a unique identity of their own, we could be witnessing the rise of another major force in P-pop. But now I want to hear from you. Do you think XONARA is following SB19's global blueprint? Or are they creating an entirely different path? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next discussion on the biggest stories shaping P-pop. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.